I thought it would be fun. I'll talk about all the shit I buy on Amazon. So, DJ shit, obviously. Like, of course, support all the local businesses, the websites. All of the local websites, all the people, the Pro Effects, all the support the DJ industry's businesses. But there's a lot of little things that like they don't sell, or if they do sell, like they're not making no money off of it, and it costs a bunch of money for them to ship. It's just a pain in the ass in general. That's just easier to buy on Amazon. You can get it quicker, and it's cheaper, and it just works out. The main shit you don't get on Amazon, but this is all the stuff I buy on Amazon. I think like a lot of stuff might be useful to you guys, so I kind of made a whole list, starting with the tape. And I have a link to everything below or whatever. But like I get gaffer's tape online. It's something that when I'm at a gig, I know we're running out. I fucking jump on my phone. I order it. It's there by the next day or 2 days. And then I never run out of tape. Batteries, right? The Jackery battery. Don't sleep on this battery. It's very, very important to have. I have a 500 and a 1000. They basically go up. I think there's like a 1500. But the best deals for these batteries have been on Amazon. Wait for a coupon. Usually there's always like a coupon. You click the coupon and it'll save you like $200 on this thing because these aren't cheap. Like the 1000's like $1,000, like $1,100. But I got mine for $800 on Amazon just on a sale. So, if you're looking to invest in a battery, I found that Amazon's the best place to do that. I get all my USB cords off of Amazon. DJ Tech Tools has the Chroma cables. I love these cables. Love them. I also get my XLRs on Amazon. I use Pig Hog XLRs. I think they're solid. I got one here. They're thick. Pause. They're good quality. Now, I don't know if they last because I replace my cords every year. I'm a psychopath. I do weddings. I don't need the bullshit. But they're cheap enough where I'm able to do that. I think like a two pack of 15 footers is like $30, $35, and they're great cords. They sound great. They're heavy duty. Like I like them, but like, also they're cheap enough where I can have new cords every year. So I don't have to worry about replacing them or worry about them going out. If you're a kind of guy that's not trying to replace cords, then obviously look at more expensive cords, look for like Megamis, like the gold tip shits, those things, they have lifetime warranties. They last forever, stuff like that. But that's what I do. I'd rather use a cheaper cord, replace it every year, keep it pushing. Scrims too. I get my Truss scrims from Amazon. This is the same Truss scrim I use. We use 2 per thing. You wrinkle it up or whatever, or sometimes people like it flat, but they're cheap on Amazon. They ship real quick. Table scrims, $30. They look great. You want to toss one on a 4-foot table, and they have every different color too. So sometimes like maybe you're doing an event that has a theme, maybe it's like a breast cancer awareness month or something. You get like a purple one or pink. They have every color. So you can literally, like, if you set up on a table, it's $30 to change your table scrim and match the theme and everything, which is a cool little cheap way to kind of customize your setup. If you're still, just setting up on a table, you kind of have a more simple setup, and it makes your setup more versatile than like furniture. We just have one color, right? The fans, these are the fans. Check this fan out if you don't own one. First of all, if you're DJing and it's hot as shit, you point this thing at your balls and it's fantastic. Or vagina. But it's super directional. So basically, it's a very powerful fan, and it's a very directional fan. So it's good, to cool you off and things like that. But then also, if you're doing different effects, if you do like a snow effect, you put it at the base of the truss, you're shooting the snow. This thing is so powerful and so directional, you shoot it up at like a 45-degree angle, and then it's going to project the snow out further onto the dance floor. So you're not like, it's not dropping too early. And it really helps with that effect and different stuff like that. And also, it saved my parties. I'll never forget. I actually have footage of this too. I meant to like talk about this in one of the shows. So you want to hear a huge tip. I had a wedding this past summer, and it was hot as balls, okay? We've all been there. It was in a room, but the room wasn't air conditioned. It had like 2 fans, and like everybody was dripping sweat, like immediately. And it's very hard to keep people dancing, like when you're dripping sweat, like you're literally getting dehydrated. It's like, it was that hot, like 1,000% humidity, like insane. I set up 2 of these fans, right? Basically 2 of these fans, one on each of my sub. I put it on max blast, and I pointed it at the crowd. And what happened is as people were getting hot, they would discover the fan, come up, cool themselves off, and then keep dancing. And it was a rotation of everybody in the crowd coming up and cooling themselves off with the fan and then going back to dancing. And it saved my wedding, essentially, because the dance floor was packed all night. It was a great crowd. But even if it's a great crowd, if they get too hot, you know what I mean? They're going to go elsewhere and like cool off, and not, because who's going to dance till they pass out, right? The fans literally kept everybody dancing. So that's a huge tip. If you're DJing somewhere super hot, bring 2 of these fans, put one on each sub, put one on each side of you, point it at the crowd. The crowd will discover it, and you'll watch them just take turns cooling themselves off. Some of them are fan hogs, and they'll dance in front of it for a little bit, but then they'll get slapped and they'll move off to the next one. Like it will save your life. All the DJs down south near the equator, trust me, buy 2 of them. They're like $60, but they're a little expensive, but they're very powerful. They're legit. You'll see. Trailer hitch, any trailer accessories. If you pull a trailer, I get all that shit off of Amazon. Cheap, easy, ships quick, all that stuff. Just makes sense. Check out a ladder. I bought a ladder, and I keep this ladder with me, right? It's like silver and black, and so it matches like, all the other stuff, so it more like blends in, no like obnoxious like yellow covers, safety colors and shit. But it's cool. Having a ladder, it's great for getting cool camera shots, you know what I mean? Like a video, like a different video angle or like a camera view. It's easy, like if you're putting spotlights on top of trussing, things like that, or even a speaker on top of a big post, things like that. You can literally just climb up the ladder and do it, so you're not standing on a chair, risking breaking both legs. You do not want to break your leg. Trust me, it sucks. DJing with a broken leg is like the worst shit ever. Take it from me. Use something safer like a ladder, more sturdy, everything else. There's plenty of, unless you're safe, if you're 5'9" and 1/4 like me, most things you need a ladder for, so unless you're super tall, whatever, but the shit comes in handy and it looks good. So it's cool to kind of blends in with your gear and stuff. And this chair as well, I highly recommend this chair. I use this chair. I sit down while I DJ ceremony. If you sit down while DJing regularly, whatever. I'm not a fan of it, but you got to do what you got to do, I guess. I don't know. This is also a great chair for that. In general, it's compact, it's small, but it's super comfortable. But I basically use it for my ceremony. I have it as part of my ceremony setup, so I'm just chilling in the back. I just sit down. I'm like mixing my little music on my little mixer, adjusting the mics. I like to be in the cut in the ceremony, so I just like sit down the whole time, and it's like perfect for that. So highly recommend that chair. Little things like that, I just get off Amazon. Like one day I was like, man, I need a fucking chair. Like, you know what I mean? And wireless light dongles, by the way. I think people overpay for these all the time. And you can get them right off of Amazon, and they work fantastic. And they're so cheap, you can have a backup of everything. Us wedding DJs, we love backups. I use the wireless dongles, the wireless dongles to the left. But instead of using the receiver it comes with, I buy the more robust receiver to the right. I think it just works a little better. It's a little more robust. Hasn't broke on me yet. But again, the shit's so cheap that like I have a backup of everything. So if anything went out at the wedding, it's just the lights, switch it out real quick, you're Gucci, good to go. I think the receiver's like $30. So I get all that stuff off Amazon. I think a lot of people sleep on that. I think a lot of people spend a couple $100s on wireless shit for their lights when you really don't have to. Like you really don't. I've never had a problem with this shit. Instant response, looks great. I'm pretty sure most of us at SE all use this stuff. Like literally, it just makes more sense. And then vinyl. Amazon's a great place for vinyl. Not like they usually don't have like the real cool vinyl that just came out that you have to go to like the website, one of the websites for, but just general, if you're looking for clear vinyl, just a generic color, they have like yellows on there, pink, stuff like that. If you still use DVS, it's right on there, ships quick. You don't have to worry about it. Easy place to get vinyl. And that's it. That's all shit I get on Amazon. So if you're interested, all the links are in there. If you're interested in, checking it out. They're paid Amazon links. If you just Google it, and you don't have to use my link if you don't want to. Okay, I put the paid one because might as well, right? It pops up, but you don't have to use the link if you don't want to. I don't give a shit either way. Just check out the products. I'm not affiliated other than that, so it doesn't matter to me. But I think I stand by all that stuff. That's all the stuff I literally went through. I thought it'd be interesting. I literally went through the last 2 years, like all the shit I bought on Amazon, like for DJing, and there's a lot of interesting stuff on there. And if there's anything I missed too, make sure you add it to the comments and everything. Let the people know. Leave some links. If there's anything useful you found on Amazon that's like a must-have for DJing. There's a lot of little things that like you do a lot of weddings, do a lot of private events. You figure out like little like I could really use this to make my job easier. And I love that sort of thing. I'm always looking for something new to kind of like help me out. So definitely list it in the comments.